Hi everyone, myself Dr. S. Kalani, Professor in Shanmugha College of Engineering. Today we are going to say about salting versus peppering in hashing function. Hashing is the process of converting a given input into fixed length of code. This hashing is converting your given input into fixed value by means of mathematical algorithms or mathematical values. That is what we call it as an hashing. So even if you give the input as a text or a password or a file, it will convert the fixed length of size. For example, if we are converting into 256, then all the values will be converted into 256, even though your password carries 8-bit characters. So hashing is non-reversible, which means the original cannot be derived from the hash value. So hashing is mainly used for comparison purposes and authenticity and integrity and security purpose. And it is not an encryption technique. In hashing, if we have changed small values in the password or given input, the entire hash value will be different. For example, consider a fingerprint of a person. Each and every person fingerprint is unique. So the common algorithm that the hashing function uses are SHA-256, MD5, SHA-3. See here, if you're having the username as a Ravi and my password is mysecret123, the hashed value will be like this. Say Santosh is a different user, but he is also using the same password mysecret at 123. The system generate the hashed value is same. So the password, even though there is a two different user, but they use the same password, the hash value will be the same. So for the attacker, it is very easy to attack using your brute force attack or dictionary attack. In order to overcome this hashing, we are moving towards the salting. See how the hashing works. For example, if you are trying to give the username and password or creating your new account in Flipkart or Gmail or Zomato or any other user login or a bank account, here you are going to give your username and this password. See, this password will be moved to the hashing function. This hashing function, there are number of algorithms used in the hashing functions. So for example, here we are going to consider SHA-256. This SHA-56 will convert your hashed value as we see similar, and it is stored in your database. In this database we will be having your hashed value instead of your password. The username and the password is the hashed value of the password will be stored rather than your original password. So whenever the user is trying to attempt again or later or 2 to 3 days or again and again, so the login, your web pages will take your password, then it will use the hash value function, then it produces a hashed value. This hash value will be cross verified with the database that is stored in your hashing function database. If this database matches, then only it will be moved to your dashboard. Otherwise, it will be asking that user is denied to access this page. So sometimes this hashing functions is used in data integrity verification. For example, if you are trying to download your Aadhaar card or a bank statement, here this PDF will be containing your hashed value. Whenever you are trying to give the password, this password will be converted again using the hash algorithm. This algorithm, so after typing this password will be taken by the system. The system will hash this value and it will cross verify whether the password that is stored in your database. If it is matches only, then you can able to open your Aadhaar card or your bank statements. So this hashing functions are mainly used in the data integrity purpose also. Next one is fast lookup. So sometimes it is very difficult for searching the entire database. into your database. In such a case, we can go for in hashing functions. So each and every user values are hashed, and it is this hashed value will be given as an address of your database. So searching this database is very much easier rather than searching the entire database. So next concept we are going to see about the salting and peppering in the hashing function, which is very important in your cybersecurity mechanisms, which prevents from the attack like brute force attack, dictionary attack, rainbow attack, and collisions attack. So what is salting? Salting is a password security mechanism that is used to strengthen the hashing and protect your password from your attackers. So let's see how this hashing works. See here, whenever you are going to create the password username, or you are going to give your password, for example here the password is Apple, the salt value will be added. The salt is nothing but a random value that is given to each and every individual user by the system. Okay, it is a unique value which is given by the system for each and every individual. So before going to the hashing function, this salt is added. So that is a hash function, then the hashed value will be retrieved. This hashed value will be stored in your database. For example, here this value will store the salt value along with your database. Whenever the user trying to attempt or give the password, this password is taken along with the salt in the database, and then it goes to the hashing technique. After that they will get the hashed value. If this both the hashed value and the stored hashed value are same, then only you are permitted to enter into the next page, or otherwise it will ask it as a unauthorized access. So as a summary, the salt is nothing but a random value or the random key value that is generated by the system for each and every individual user. See here, example, this for this girl, the password is my password 1123. For that, another guy is also using the same password. So two different users are trying to use the same password. The salt produced is unique. So as I had said already, the salt value is unique for each and every user, so that after combining this salt value and the hashed value will be entirely different. So it is very difficult for the attacker to find out your password. So if there's two different users uses the same salt value, then it produces the same hashed value. So if we should not use the same hashed value, but the system will generate the two different system will generate the unique password for each and every user. It should be noted. Even though salting produces the protects from the authorized or password security, gives a more security than the hashing function. Here it is a possibility of attacker like database attack, which means if this database is compromised, if this entire database is compromised, the hacker can gain the hashed value along with the salt value, but they do not know the password, since the database stored only the salt value and the hashed value, and the attacker if tries to use the brute force attack or dictionary attack, they can able to get your password. So in order to overcome this drawback, we are going for peppering. So pepper is a process of adding a secret key to the password before hashing into a. So the pepper is same for all the user. We should know that the pepper is same for all the user, whereas salt is unique for each and every individual user. It protects even if the database is compromised. So the paper is a secret paper is kept secret in application server or your configuration file, rather than you are storing it in your database. So if the hacker tries to access your database, he cannot able to see the secret key. So these secret keys are stored in your application server or configuration file. See here, The user is typing his password, my password, the salt is added, then the secret value, pepper value is added by the system, then that is given to your hashed function, then the hashed values are stored in your database. Here the database will store your hashed value along with your salt value, but the secret value will not be stored in your database. This is your kind information. So it is very difficult for the attacker to retrieve your password, thus providing a security to your password by using the salt and pepper. See here, same password, different salt function, same pepper, but they will produce the different hashing value. So it is very difficult for the attacker to attack our password, even though the database is compromised. So the database will have only the hash value and salt value. The kind notice, salt value is unique, pepper value is a secret value, that is a key which is generated by the system for all the user for using that particular application. It will be having the same values. Thank you.